The Black Cab Detective Story 2, The Vanishing Violinist. London rain has a way of making the whole city feel like a memory. Frank Mallory sipped his tea from a thermos and watched the drizzle from his cab parked near Covent Garden. Midnight. Most sane folk were home, but musicians, dreamers and thieves still lingered. She appeared out of the mist, violin case in hand, one broken heel, mascara smudged from either the rain or tears. "You free?" she asked, voice trembling. Frank nodded. "Hop in, love." She slid into the back seat, clutching the violin case like it held her last ounce of hope. "Where to?" "Anywhere but here," she said. "And I think someone's following me." Frank checked the rearview mirror. Sure enough, a silver Audi was parked half a block down, engine idling. "What's your name?" Frank asked, pulling out slowly. "Isabel. Isabel March." The name rang a bell. A prodigy, wasn't she? Played the Royal Festival Hall just last week, if the papers were right. "You been in trouble before, Isabel?" She hugged the violin closer. "Not until tonight." Turns out, after her concert, she'd been approached by a man who said he represented a wealthy collector. Wanted to buy her violin, the same one her grandfather had carried out of Vienna during the war. She refused. Then her flat got ransacked. Then the threatening texts started. "That's no collector," Frank muttered. "That's a thief who's gotten fancy." As Frank weaved through side streets, he thought. He'd seen this game before. Rare items, pressured sales, threats, sometimes worse. He decided to set a trap. Chapter 2. Strings Attached. Frank called an old mate, Billy Grant, who worked night security at the British Museum. 10 minutes later, Frank and Isabel slipped inside through a staff entrance, her case still in hand. Billy was skeptical. "You sure about this, Frank?" "Trust me," Frank said. "Fate always brings out the rats." They waited in the dim, cavernous Egyptian hall, behind glass cases of ancient relics. Frank parked the cab right outside, engine still running, lights off. Made it look like they'd never gone inside. Midnight turned to 1. Then came the heavy footfalls. 2 men, one bald, one wearing leather gloves, crept through the hall, scanning with small torches. They weren't amateurs. Moved fast, quiet, like they'd done this before. Frank sprang from the shadows with a shout. Billy triggered the alarms. In seconds, flashing lights flooded the hall, and the 2 thugs bolted straight into the arms of the police Frank had tipped off earlier. Chapter 3. The long play, the violin, safe, the thugs. Turns out they were linked to a larger art theft ring smuggling priceless items out of Europe. As for Isabel, she played a piece at the museum's reopening gala 2 weeks later, dedicated to an unlikely hero in a black cab. Frank just chuckled when he heard it on the radio. He wasn't in it for the fame. London had enough unsolved mysteries without him sitting idly by. And as long as the meter ran and the streets whispered, Frank Mallory would keep listening. After all, in London, even a simple cab ride can be the start of a story.